David Banner.
Somewhere off in Michigan, a child can't bathe. And right here in Mississippi, you get treated like a slave. I get love from the Bay, like the 89 A's. Athletics, and I've been known, bitch, for doing calisthenics. And it's time for me to train. Look, you better lace them J's up. I pray for God, peace, chief, but you can get laid up, sprayed up. Let's just keep it going. Hey, y'all, welcome to
I like that.
David
That was lit. You done knocked the mic over with that sauce. Yeah. That's it right there.
Welcome to the David Banner Blooper Podcast for the day.
Real.
Damn.
How y'all doing, man? What's up? It's good to see you all, even though we see each other every motherfucking day. Besides Scott. Scott, where you been?
Oh, man, since last week,
Yeah.
I was in Boston, Philly, Nashville,
Florida.
back here.
Yeah,
Florida.
Right. With Lee.
With Lee.
Yeah.
We can't tell y'all about that.
Yeah.
And then I'm headed to Boston as soon as you wrap me up here.
Okay. All right. SALIH, what you do this week?
In Florida with Scott.
Okay. Just
Nah,
chilling.
we just-
Definitely chilling.
we went to Derek party. That was dope.
Oh, yeah, let's
was
talk
real
about
dope.
that.
Yeah, that was dope, man.
Oh, man, I missed the homie's birthday. How was it?
Man, he came out on the camel.
I seen him
That
dripping.
motherfucker, he was like King Tut, all
I
that
seen
damn
him
gold he
dripping.
had on, boy. He had on about
Yeah,
15
man.
pounds of Cuban chains on, boy.
It was dope, bro. He had an ice sculpture of him, me, and Nipsey.
Yeah, it was real dope.
Oh, that's
It,
lit.
it was really dope, man. A lot of people came through. Packed house. His mom, his kids, hood came out. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Regina, what you do?
I didn't get a chance to go to that event, nor was I in Florida with Scott and Lee. So I was just at home.
What were you doing? What?
Absolutely
Sitting
nothing. My favorite
sitting
thing.
on her floor, Indian style.
You know you was with them kids.
Most definitely. Really?
Yeah.
I was.
Okay. Well, shit. Let me tell y'all what I did. No, as a matter of fact, let's talk about. What were we talking about, Corey? Dirtbag Corey. What's happening?
What up?
Corey, stop! Get that girl from away! Corey, do you have little people under the desk?
Nah, there's no little people under the desk.
Are you sure?
Positive. His business card on the rubber.
I cannot.
Corey over there sweating down. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all gonna fuck up everything.
Y'all
Here's
gonna get
my
me in trouble.
contact info.
Hey, what did I do this? What did I do?
Didn't you speak this
Andre
weekend?
came
Where
to
did you
town.
speak?
Huh?
Didn't you speak this weekend?
Yeah, I was at Derek. That's what we already talked about.
Oh, you spoke there? I didn't know you spoke there.
We,
Oh, okay.
Hey, it was really, really dope too. Andre came through. Oh, I know what I did. Kept my little cousin Seth.
Oh,
I was a parent for the week. Yo, let me tell y'all really quick. I want to give shouts out to all the parents out there. Like for me to have to do all the work that I did and then come home and tend to a kid, and I only had to do it for 2 days. Like, man, we
I
gotta
should have wear you out, woman.
Man, all of the parents out there, man, we appreciate y'all. Oh man, I've been working out 3 times a day. Man, how the fuck do y'all do that shit, man? I just got 5 to 8 episodes on this new show. Well, not new show, but
It's new to us.
New to you.
yeah, you're very new to me.
No.
See, there it is, fucking up already.
No, let's do it a million times, y'all. No, I got I had like 5 to 8 episodes on it. TV show that's in this last, what you call it, last season? Last season. And just really bulking up, trying to get back in Superman shape. And so I'll wake up in the morning and me and Scott did 40 miles.
Oh, we put in 40 miles.
Y'all was tripping with
At
that.
least
Y'all
that
don't
was
want
some
that.
bullshit.
On the bike?
Yeah, on the bike.
I don't think I had drove 40 miles that day. I was like, y'all got it.
Man, that's crazy.
Office, crib, gym,
Well,
I'm
we were
cool.
That's like me
supposed to
coming
do
from home
20.
to the office. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Our plan was to do 20. We left the house saying 20.
Yeah,
And then Banner got pumped up.
and started that shit.
Here we go.
Man, I was so motherfucking tired. Then, okay, so what I do, I usually do biking, running, or climb the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Then in the daytime, I work out with this really, really special person.
What's his name?
We can't say his name because he on, yeah.
Okay.
Then after we work out, then, we go to the office, then we work out, and then in the daytime, I go swimming.
And how far you swim? How much?
20 laps.
There you go.
We do 20 laps.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a whole fucking lot.
I don't play with the water neither. So yeah, cool. Y'all got the bikes. Y'all got the water. Just we can
you
sprint.
swim?
We can sprint and lift some weights. Other than that, I ain't doing shit. I do football shit, and that's it.
What?
Can you swim?
Can you swim?
I'm from Ohio. Hell no. We got one dirty ass pool up there in
we gotta
Youngstown.
teach Lee how to
We ain't
swim.
fucking swimming.
Yeah, Lee, you have to
nowhere.
take
We
swimming.
gotta
No.
teach Lee how to swim.
Lee, you should take swimming.
Man, listen, okay, I can swim from A to B, but I can't get there and just be playing in the fucking water, treading water and shit. I can get from one end of the pool to the other. So like if I was like, okay, you gotta swim to land, I can do that. But outside of that, hell no.
So you can swim.
to teach him
No,
how to
but
swim.
seriously though, for real, that all jokes aside, it's something me and Scott talked about all the time. All of us, man, woman, and child, everything that we need to do to get away, we all need to learn how to do it. I promised you that to teach you how to. Was it standard? What you call
Stick
standard?
shift.
I didn't want to say I didn't want to say I'm going to teach you how to drive a stick. That just didn't sound right.
That
It's
sound
a
like something
manual,
dirty
man.
back.
Yeah,
Corey.
manual. Yeah, that's some shit. That's some shit Corey was saying in the back. Hey, baby, you want me to teach you how to drive or ride this stick?
Come on.
Get this stick.
Let's get back to the swimming. Let's get back to swimming.
Motherfucker.
Back to swimming.
Dirtbag Corey.
And he be talking to her like, you like this cock?
No, you like this
Are you
fucking...
serious right now?
What did Regina call me for
Regina
last
over there
week?
like, the clown has no penis.
I thought we were talking about swimming.
Fuck you, Leonard Nimoy. Oh, no,
Yo,
but for real.
we were
got
in,
some oil over
we
here
were in
for-
Sacramento one time, right? We were in Sacramento doing a show, and the promoter took us on his yacht, right?
Oh.
But it was like some real shady shit. So I'm like, Banner, if we get on this motherfucking yacht and they start some shit, we swimming to the bank.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, bet. So you
No.
gotta learn. Everybody should know how to swim because
Riding
you never
the-
know what kind of situation you find
Riding
yourself in.
riding
This
the
is
motorcycle, some form of fighting, swimming, driving a stick shift, like anything that we need to do to be able to get away from somebody, just to fucking get away. We ain't even talking about to kill or hurt or any of that stuff, just to fucking get away. I think that's something. And I already promised you I was gonna teach you how to drive a stick shift, so I still got you on
Manual,
that.
I thought.
Oh yeah.
Manual shift.
We're gonna reset that for All right, so Black Business Highlight time, huh? All right, y'all. So listen, Black Business Highlight. This one is really, really special to me. I met this young man probably about 5-6 years ago, and he used to work at Seasons. Was it Seasons 52?
Yeah.
That's what it called, Seasons 52. And that's when I was really trying to get myself back. Had high blood pressure and all that kind of shit. So Season 52 was designed because the owner had gotten really sick. So he designed the menu for people who needed healthy food. So I'm gonna introduce y'all to Chef MARLO. He has his own shit now. He's my personal chef. And welcome to the David Banner Podcast, Chef MARLO.
Hey.
What's up with you, dog? Where the food at?
Oh, my
yeah,
goodness.
I want shit. I want the fucking food. Yeah, we want some motherfucking food, Stephanie. So introduce the world to who you are and what you do, and let's tell them a David Banner Chef MARLO story. I got two of them, but you go ahead.
All right, I'm Chef MARLO. Okay, cool.
No, you're not. Yeah,
Just like that? All right, cool. All right, I'm Chef MARLO, born and raised here in Atlanta. Thank you for having me, David Banner, first and foremost. I am a personal chef, caterer, food truck, culinary alchemist, all of the above.
Damn, say that shit again.
Alchemist.
Culinary
I make
alchemist. That's
magic.
hard.
I make it do magic. Right. All of that.
Say culinary alchemist one more time.
Culinary alchemist.
Welcome to our world, Chef
just
MARLO.
tell
This
us,
is what
man.
we have
What's
to
up
deal
with you?
Man, everything is good, man. Personal chefing, trying to transition, not trying to transition, but doing lots of other things, working on some chef coat lines coming out. You see, I got my sauces here. I don't know if you even saw those before.
I got some
yeah.
sauces too.
You got some sauces?
Yeah.
Don't fall in. Do not fall in.
We have some protein-based sauces.
Yeah, in a reusable. They come in a reusable bottle for us.
The bottle.
That's what you use after the Chef Marlo. So
Okay, yeah.
It's a flesh
that
bottle.
might be a good segue. That might be a good segue to Chef Marlo David Banner story.
That dirtbag Corey is our face model. But no, like, tell us, how did you get into being a chef, and you know, some of your clients, some of the things that you do? Because I'm amazed at some of the stuff you do, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I'm actually no formal training when it comes to that. School of Hard Knocks, man. I have a bachelor's degree in computer information systems, and you know, through my travels in life, run-ins with the law and that kind of thing. One of the things I found out working in the culinary industry is they don't do any background checks. So right. So after college and all that good stuff,
I'm gonna cook.
that's what's next.
That's funny.
Get me out of here and into a kitchen.
Yeah. Real quick.
Like that kitchen heat better.
Get me out of here and into a kitchen somewhere. Yeah, so man, just started. My first job was at Legal Seafoods.
Right.
Commercial kitchen wise, you know, I use my experience catering and doing things like that to get into the industry. And from Legal Seafoods to Seasons 52, where I became a sous chef. You know, I moved to Birmingham. Banner came to see me in Birmingham. I looked like the man for real.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell y'all what how we got close. Before I was able to get my office and I moved back to Atlanta, Seasons 52 was like my office. I would go there every day and eat because of my diet, and I was, you know, fighting with all of those sicknesses. And so Marlo was the head chef. So I would have some of the biggest people in Atlanta, and he was so player. He would come back and say, "Hello, Mr. Banner. Anything that you want on or off the menu, I shall prepare it." Shit, that motherfucker would come out there, the damn plate would be on fire, and it was just a glass of water. Like, how the fuck is that bitch on fire?
Yeah.
But like, man, like your style, your grace, bro, and just how you made me look when you didn't have to, bro. You went out of your way, bro.
Right.
And
I mean, that was after we got cool. When you first came in there, I mean, I was a fan. He an OG in the game, so I'm like. I initially started just making stuff and sending it to the table, like, you know, kind of like I'm a chef for real.
Yeah,
like,
try
check
this
me
shit.
out,
Right.
check me out. You know what I'm saying? So, and then from that point, it was like one of the pivotal moments in my career. Honestly, I don't know if you ever knew this, but I was a chef. I was leaving, transitioning to Birmingham, and one of my partners called me and was like, "Banner just came in here looking for you." I was like, "Oh yeah." I said, "Did y'all take care of him?" When he found out you weren't here, he left.
That's hard.
So that made me feel like, okay, so, and multiple people, like, you know, I know were coming. It was a light bulb went off, like, people coming here for me, not for Seasons 52, not for whatever, but,
Say
you know, for what I'm doing.
Seasons 52 again?
Seasons 52. Right. It's over for them. It's over for them.
But can I tell a personal story?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
we
man.
got a couple.
Yeah, so I was dating this very rich young lady, right? And like she had
poor thing.
She had some bread, right?
Had a nice condo.
And so I was trying to figure out a way that I could do something for her that was special, because nobody really, even her family, you know, they thought because she had money, they wouldn't put any effort in. So I talked to Chef Marlo. I was like, "Yo, bro, if I find a way to get her keys to her apartment, like, can we set up a restaurant in her house?" He went and got all his dirtbag homeboy. Nah, I just said that before. Nah, he went and got his homeboys and like set up. What's the dude name that be at the door of the restaurants?
Like a maitre d'.
Yeah, it had like the maitre d'.
Right. Had roses everywhere.
Had the whole shit set up, and he did a 5-course meal and cooked the shit in front of her.
Right.
It was so fucking dope. When we were on the 4th course, she was like, "Fuck the 5th course." Did she put you out?
It was over.
Yeah, she put him out the house.
It
We
was
didn't
over.
even get to the
She said leave dessert in the fridge.
Well,
Culinary alchemy.
I got to the 5th course though.
That was when you had to serve the special cream sauce, right?
That was the sauce.
Reusable bottle.
That was the sauce.
All right, the other time, I was dating this
Help me.
international model, and she had flew in from Paris, and man, she had like the most exquisite taste, and so I was like, yo, like what kind of food you want? Because I was sort of recycling the shit I had done before that worked with other people,
Right.
So I was like, bro, can you cook something for her? And she sent her menu. That shit was so fucking out of the way, and when I read that shit, I was like, dog, don't even worry about that shit.
I don't even know what this is. I'm gonna sit like he sent it and was like, just make something. I don't even know what this shit is.
But what he told me, it was so powerful. He's like, fuck that. This is what I do for a living. And he said, I get tired of the fact that no one challenges me. Like everybody just want macaroni and cheese, some fried chicken. He was like, no, I'll take this challenge. And the dude spent all day and then charged me extra, even though I gave you a great tip.
Yeah, you did.
And he went and found that shit. She had some kind of
Argentinian red shrimp.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck
That
is that
sounds
shit?
delicious, though.
Quite tasty.
Lee, you know who it is.
I know who it is.
But man, but what pushed you to want to be different and separate yourself from what everybody else is doing?
Man, I just found that it was in me.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you search and you're trying to find your niche and you're trying to find out, what it is you're good at.
Right.
And then you just find your passion and your purpose. And I'm able to live that in so many different ways. I mean, the things I do with the kids on the nonprofit perspective. And just being able to get my creativity out.
Shout out to Scotty ATL.
Shout out to Scotty.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Yeah.
My
Y'all
childhood friend.
Yeah, y'all grew up together,
Yeah,
right?
since we're 13, 14 years old.
I'll tell you something I appreciate about Marlo, because he did my birthday party last year. He brought the food truck up. Marlo wasn't on time. He was early. So in addition to the food being good, Marlo knows how to do good business. And when you turning people, I turned him on to one of my clients.
Absolutely.
And she was satisfied with his service as well as his food. So when you turning people on to your connects, they got to represent. And
Yep.
Marlo definitely does that. So the food is good, the service is even better. Shout out to
Thank
you,
you.
Marlo.
Thank you so much.
Virginia, you have a question for Marlo?
No, his food is excellent. I'm ready.
You ready? So y'all gonna feed us, or we about to move on? Like, can we eat?
Yeah, we're gonna feed y'all. So what I prepared is a rice pilaf of sorts with black rice, brown rice, and quinoa. Asian kale salad, which has some roasted corn, some roasted peppers, carrots, red cabbage with a toasted sesame dressing, some teriyaki glazed chicken, and some crispy wonton strips on top.
Can I get it without the rice just because of my diet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and yo, that's the most important thing. He doesn't like doing this, so y'all motherfuckers might not be able to get this, but he prepares my meals
I do.
all week.
I do.
Because tell him, SALIH, it ain't shit else in my house but his food.
Oh, yeah, it's just a couple containers in the refrigerator. I'll be like, well, the shit be good. So when I go over there, I'm like, I'm getting one of them. I ain't stopping nowhere to get nothing to eat. You got to grab one of the Marlos out the refrigerator.
One of the Marlos.
I know they in there.
Can I tell him a personal story, SALIH?
What?
Can
Go
I?
ahead,
Yes or no?
man. Just go
All
ahead.
right, so
I'll
you know,
tell him
Why
what
does he even ask?
we don't, cause man, I don't want to put nobody on front street.
anyway.
I know.
We had got into some extracurricular activities that I can't tell y'all about because of my political affiliations, but and it wasn't nothing but it wasn't no food in there, but it was some. I don't know where I got the motherfuckers.
It was some cashews.
There was some green cashews. I promise, I don't know where the fuck that shit tasted so motherfucking
It was
good.
like they had like
was
I don't
hungry.
know. It tastes like some Chinese food or something.
Very.
Y'all was real hungry right there. That sounds like a wish sandwich.
So, Regina, let me ask you a question. Who gonna prepare? Like, how are we gonna do this?
I mean, I could dish it up.
Huh?
But why'd you ask me, though?
All right, no, because I was gonna say, can we move forward as he prepares the shit and like we can move on?
We can't. But I'm going to be eating.
Okay, well, cool. Well, shit, let's be
Just
eating.
saying.
All right, hey, Corey, let me ask you a quick question. What's the most dirtbag shit you ever done in your life?
That's not for this show.
Good one, Corey. Good one.
Hold on, wait.
Good one, Corey.
That's on life. That's on life. That's on life.
Corey said I can't say that. She my girl, bro.
That's on life. That's on life. That's on life. That's on life.
Like, for real, real though, but I ain't talking about like now, man. I know shit going good for you right now, but like, what's like the most
Corey
dirtbag
not gonna
shit?
let you fuck his shit
Hey,
up for
man.
the
No,
sake
but
of
it
the
might
story.
ain't gotta be about no girl and nothing. Like, just what's the most dirtbag shit you ever done?
I'm an angel.
Okay, all right.
See, your machine didn't work.
All right, so look, y'all. All right, that was the Black Business Highlight. Right now.
So how do we reach Chef Marlo?
Oh yeah, thank you.
You can reach him at chefmarlo.com.
Yep.
Yes. You can reach me at chefmarlo.com, chef_Marlo on Instagram. Doing all kind of things. You need to book a caterer, a food truck, all that. We cook for people likes of David Banner, Zaytoven, Big Crit, everywhere.
And regular motherfuckers
We've all used
like
his
me.
services, and he is amazing.
Yeah, he definitely is. So thank y'all. Give it
Marlo,
up.
let me get one with no kale. I'm allergic to kale.
All right.
I mean,
We're gonna give it up for
I'm not.
Chef Marlo. And guess what it's time for, you all? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what it's time
talk
for?
to me.
Why is it so low? It's still low. Be low. You know what it is?
Go ahead.
Come on,
Thank you,
Regina.
sir.
Do it.
SALIH!
We back on the block. We gon' tell you about the music.
What's his motherfucking name?
SALIH!
He got the sports.
SALIH got the hardest theme song.
Tell you what strip
Go.
I know. I'm fucking Shaft up now.
Okay, I gotta eat now. Sorry.
He's called the Strip Club Slut. What's up, SALIH?
What's
What we got
going on?
this
What's going
week,
on? What's
brother?
going on? Yo, so I was mobbing out and I was thinking when I was going out of town.
Right.
So check it. If you had to go out of town, right?
Mm-hmm.
You about to go road trip or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You got 5 CDs you can take with you for the whole trip. That's
Right.
it. What 5 you taking?
That's a good one.
No greatest hits though.
I was just about to say
No greatest hits excluded. It got to be
I was saying I was about to
the actual album.
I was about to say porn music from 1974. Oh shit! Woo! Well, since it's 5, let's do 2 a piece.
Really?
Yeah,
That's too hard.
It's not.
What to do 2?
yeah, just do 2. Cause 5, that's 25 records. Like, what would you say, Scott? What's 2 of your favorite records?
2 of my favorite
Don't be trying to
records.
cut my little section short and shit. Nah, 5.
No, you tell your 5. What you getting us
all
making us motherfucking work for? That's your
All
job.
right, cool. You want my 5 first?
Yeah.
All right. I'm taking Dog Pound Dog Food,
Okay.
Ghostface Iron Man.
Okay.
That's a hard album.
I'm taking Mobb Deep Infamous album.
Okay. How many is that?
That's 3.
Okay. After your 4th one, pause.
Curtis Mayfield Superfly soundtrack.
And
R. Kelly 12 Play 2.
Yeah.
okay.
That was a dope album, though.
Gotta have that.
Scott?
I'm gonna go Tribe Low End Theory,
Okay, that's a good one.
Cube, America's Most Wanted, Bob Marley, Exodus,
Okay.
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill,
Okay.
Marvin Gaye, What's Going On?
Okay.
I'm gonna take Lecrae, All Things Work Together.
Okay.
New Edition.
Which
Home
one?
Again.
Which album? Oh, Home Again.
Home Again. Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style.
What?
Mind-
Regina?
Mind your business. West Side. West Side. But can I get my last 2? Outkast, Southern Playalistic, and Tupac. Tupacalypse Now.
Okay. Marlo, what you say?
I also have to say,
Marlo, what you say about this chicken I'm getting without the kale in it, Marlo?
oh well, that's all I've been touching, so I don't want to. I
I'm
just
not
don't want.
that bad.
Okay. I know if you was like that bad. I didn't want you to have no conniption in here on set right now. I would go
This shit good.
Outkast, Aquemini.
Ooh.
I have to go Tupac, Me Against the World,
Oh, that was my other option.
The Chronic.
You West Side Riding.
Yeah, I like that.
My guy.
I like that. Sade, I can't think of the name of the album. The one with Never As Good As the First Time and all that stuff on there.
Diamond Life or
I want to say Diamond Life. How many is that?
4.
The God Box. David Banner. The God Box.
I ain't paying none of the rest of y'all motherfuckers this week.
You didn't pay me last week, so fuck it. I'm going with America's Most Wanted.
Okay, fuck it. Good. Regina, you ready?
You ain't say your 5. I want yours. The people want yours.
I want some more chicken.
Me too. Y'all hold on for 1 second. This shit's so motherfucker. I'm sorry.
Chewing. That's just, I just hear
I'm
all
sorry
chewing
that
in here.
I know this is a podcast and y'all want to listen, but listen to this. Let me see.
Thank you.
UGK Riding Dirty.
Great album.
Tribe Called Quest. Which one had Low End Theory? Souls of Mischief. 93 to Infinity. Machiavelli, Tupac.
Hard.
My number 1 would be Goody Mob Soul Food.
What? Not your favorite rapper?
Huh?
Huh?
Andre 3000? Andre 3000 is my favorite rapper, but
We were just talking about 5 albums, so it ain't technically fall nowhere. It just, if you had to ride out, you could have another 5. Next week it could be a trip somewhere else. Because I feel offended that I ain't got 400 Degrees on my list. I really want to say 6 because that's my shit, but you know.
Let me ask you a question.
You bashing that.
Regina, who is your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper, honestly, right now, is Lecrae.
Is it because of Christianity?
Nope, because he dope.
Hold on.
That's your favorite rapper, like, period?
He said who's my favorite rapper. He is right now, yeah.
Yeah, that's who she like. Let her like who she want to like.
Dang, y'all some straight.
I did that. Do you know what song I produced for Lecrae?
No, but tell me.
You should know. You
Which
did the
album?
paperwork. It was a mixtape. Don't worry about it. I'm crushed now.
Scott, who your favorite rapper?
Me too.
That's probably why I didn't get paid.
No, that was shots fired. That wasn't cool.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Who your favorite rapper, Scott?
Black Thought.
Oh, shit.
If we really want to talk about some lyricism and some, some verbal gymnastics,
No, that's for real.
we got to put my guy from Philly in the conversation.
Yep.
You
God box.
got to.
Who's your favorite?
Period?
Yep.
Snoop.
Yep. Who's your favorite?
3 Stacks must be some crack.
But Scarface is like 1B. It's like Snoop and Scarface, but I have to say that.
So watch this. Andre 3000 is my favorite rapper of all times. But if it was an alien attack, aliens were coming out the motherfucking sky, and I had to pick one rapper to fight for the earth, it would be Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, he can do it all.
Just like
Busta's dope.
Because I believe as a rapper, you should be able to do. Most people that people say are their favorite rappers, they boring as fuck to me. Like, they lyrical, but they can't perform. They ain't got no cadence. They ain't no melodies. Their hooks be whack as shit to me. I hate boring-ass rappers, even though I love lyricism. Like, and then a lot of so-called lyrical rappers don't know how to pick beats.
Nah, they
Their
don't.
beats be whack as fuck. So it's the whole song. Most motherfuckers that think they can rap think that they don't need the beat.
Right.
And as lyrical as I am, or tend to be, I still listen to the beat first.
But that's natural. You're a producer too, though.
If the beat ain't jamming, then, go do some battle rapping or some shit like that.
But you also perform too, so that's dope.
Yeah.
You think it's harder for you to pick beats being a producer?
Oh, no, it's easy for me. Because let me tell you, I tell all the youngsters this. Be honest with yourself. Like if you can't, now motherfuckers don't listen to CDs, but I'm gonna just say this just so we can keep it moving. Like if you rushing out the house and it's 3 CDs, like for me it was Outkast and Redman, and if my shit wasn't at least as jamming as they shit, I ain't put that shit out.
Right.
Like you know what you like, so if you ain't as jamming as the rappers that you like, then why the fuck you rapping? Right. Or at least you need to be trying to get to that point, at least to me, I think. All right, y'all. Scott was sort of jealous. He won't tell y'all the truth, but because he didn't have exclusive music that was made for him, so I went back to the lab. It's time for the motherfucking sweat check and Scott's exclusive beat.
Let's go.
Come on.
You hear that water dripping? Stay hydrated.
It ain't water.
Hennessy drip
It's the dipping sauce.
More of that sauce.
Bitch. It's the dipping sauce.
Flesh bottle.
Sauce.
Flesh bottle.
3 pumps and a squirt.
3 pumps in the squirt. 3 pumps in the squirt. Regina. 3 Hey, Regina, you remember this?
No.
No, what we was talking about yesterday.
She said no.
You know what I'm talking about? Regina, listen, watch this. You'll remember this, watch this. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Wait. Hey, listen, but coming after the dripping song.
I know, that's so
to
terrible.
even tie it into the first part.
It's ridiculous.
Scott, I'm sorry.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Mr. Banner.
If I'm the only one with any sense on the panel, we in bad shape.
We in trouble.
Bad shape. So, Banner, you were talking about working out 3 times a day. I know you've been doing that for 10 days now, something crazy? I wanted to talk about the value of, the price of being comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're comfortable, shit can't change. You can't grow. The only way you can exceed in life is to make yourself a little uncomfortable, like working out 3 times a day, like giving up alcohol, like not drinking sodas if you think you're addicted to them. So I just want to challenge everybody out there to get into those uncomfortable spaces and be comfortable in there. You know what I'm saying? What are we going to give up? What are we going to sacrifice? Like, one of the last things I had to give up on my plant-based journey and my healthy journey to reduce sugar and inflammation was ginger ale. You know how much I fly, right? I was drinking 2 and 3 a day sometimes, depending on if I got a connection, and them shits is full of sugar. So I had just one day cut it, you know, and no, it wasn't comfortable, but it was necessary. You know, I felt much better. So, you know, I just want to challenge everybody out there and hit, you know, at the David Banner Podcast on IG and let us know what you're going to sacrifice. What are you going to give up? What are you going to do to move out of your comfort zone in order to grow?
Lee, what's something you sacrificed in your life?
Did I sacrifice? Just a simple fact, really like drinking, because I don't drink like that. So when I go out, I damn near be kind of bored because everybody else drinking so much and having a good time, and I try not to drink alcohol all like that. So it makes I damn near don't have, when I go out, I don't have as much fun as everybody. I be looking at everybody else fading, I be like, damn.
That's how I felt when I stopped smoking weed. Like, I felt stupid because everybody else was high as shit, and we think we be doing shit, but we really don't be doing nothing but sitting around that motherfucker looking like, damn, I'm high as fuck.
Right.
And when I first cut down on the drinking, I used to notice how everybody else was acting. It didn't look like that when I was drunk, but it looks real crazy when you sober, bro. Yeah. So, you know, and in the age of social media, we can't let those kind of... So it's multiple reasons, you know, to really, you know, step outside of our comfort zones and give some things up.
Regina, what's something that you sacrificed?
Any kind of freedom raising kids.
You hear the kids, Regina? You hear the kids going, yeah.
Yeah, they gone now because they're grown.
What's up, Marlo? Tell us something you're going to give up. Give me a future sacrifice that you about to make to even take it to the, you know, platinum level. Or plutonium. I think you're at platinum now. We're going to take you to plutonium, to the nuclear bomb level.
You know what I've really been sacrificing, already been on it? Social media.
Okay. That's part of the diet, too. Yeah.
Exactly. Just making use of more use of my time. I feel like I do pretty good, but since I've taken the apps off of my phone, I find so many more hours in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and the minutes add up. The minutes add up to hours is what I'm saying.
And that's your biggest commodity is your time.
Exactly.
So
Can't get that back.
I'll tell y'all something I did. I found out, like, while I was in LA that I was actually, like, a sex addict. I didn't. No, I'm serious.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that's funny.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, you know how we talk about discipline.
This is what he told me. He told me about 3 weeks ago, we were having this conversation, and he said the two biggest examples of mental toughness is resisting food and resisting sex.
Yep.
And that's true.
And
That's very true.
I actually went 7 months. No Pornhub. I'm Pornhub superstar. Even in my most enlightened. No, but seriously though, it was one of the hardest things for me to do. It had got so bad, like for a minute, I had to do something every night or I couldn't go to sleep. I had to tug it. A sock, a hamster wheel. I had to put my dick in the door and shut that motherfucker. Pain, motherfucker, pain. No, but seriously though, I didn't do nothing. I ain't do nothing for 7 months, like literally nothing. No Pornhub, no jacking off, no nothing. And I'll say this as a man, it was the strongest and the clearest I ever been mentally. You know,
Absolutely.
And my dumb ass, because didn't nobody tell me, the doctor actually told me I could have died from doing this shit. I stopped doing everything cold turkey.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
I stopped fucking, I stopped smoking, I stopped drinking. And the doctor said, ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Why pay for this motherfucker? I can fuck up one time.
Wow.
Hold on. Hey, dog, what's happening?
Peace, pal.
Hey, we doing the David Banner podcast. Do you want to say anything to the world? Introduce them to you and what you do, man.
Man, it's PIPO, man. Listen.
Hey, man, bust a verse real quick.
Bust a verse?
Yeah.
I got you. Let me see. Hold on, I'm out here in the hood, man. I'm trapped out. Hold on.
Hold on. Come on, bro. They looking at you.
Sound like he just cocked a gun.
No, it sounded like he was like on Tip Interlude. He's like, man, watch my bond, nigga. Watch your shit. Watch your motherfucking bond. But what I was gonna say was like it was like probably the clearest that I've ever been in my whole entire life. And those are really the things. I always say the things that you can't fast from are the things that you are a slave to. Marlo, we'd like to thank you for coming out, bro. You can stay for as long as you want to. We love you to death, brother.
You know,
thank
it's
you.
all love.
Thank you. That was
bro,
awesome.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed.
Don't take the chicken home.
I got the check waiting on you too.
Yeah. Let me know where to pick
Yeah,
that up.
where that's gonna be at when we get done.
Hey, let me tell y'all what's funny. It was actually for the staff and all the people that's shooting and shit, cause y'all already had some? Damn, Regina, you getting sort of, you never been.
I was just.
What about that food? You don't give a fuck, huh?
You see her yesterday when she got mad when she thought the food was gone?
I like to eat. Okay.
So fuck everything
I'm not
else.
ashamed. No, I'm saying there's plenty.
You see, little people can say they like to eat and don't get no backlash.
Don't get no
Us big
backlash.
motherfuckers be like, we like to eat. They're like, y'all fat fucks.
Why?
Oh shit!
Grudge.
You know what?
You know what time it is?
Yeah, you know what? Why you talking all that shit?
Hey.
You get it with the.
Let me record it.
I didn't know we had time for this.
New Orleans. Yeah. Go get. And you know what? What about this?
Look at my backup singers.
Yeah.
That's Video Regina.
Come on, Regina.
We don't associate this with me.
Come on, yeah, do it.
All about hoes.
Hey, since you from San Francisco, hit the MC Hammer. You from the Bay?
Oh, that's funny.
Pumps in the bumps.
Yeah, what's your favorite part? Yeah.
Pumps in the bumps.
Pumps in the bumps. Pumps in the bumps. Pumps in the bumps. Pumps in the bumps. Hey, Regina, before you do it, hey, can you? I'm sorry that you are one of the kindest people I've ever met in my whole entire. And you hang around like all these.
Pushing me to the limit.
But you hang around all these fucking
We like
dirt
to sully
bags.
your ears up.
Sully is a great
Sully
word.
the ears.
Oh, Sally the Sully.
Sully the Sully.
Sully these. No.
Wait.
I'm gonna get my nuts dirty tonight.
Wait.
Ooh.
Wait, no, I got it.
Shots fired!
So
Please spare me. Stephanie, can I have one of those?
Regina, what you? We gonna do this right. I'm sorry, Regina. Hold on.
Are you starting over?
Yeah, cause we fucked you in. Regina! All right, what you got this week?
That wasn't cool. I actually discovered a store via you, actually. It's called Alma Manier. I did it.
Say it faster.
No. You're so fucking mean.
He's a jerk.
You know how she feels, too, dog.
They sell luxury streetwear and high-end brands. The owner is James Whitner. He has a boutique here in Atlanta. He also has a string of stores called Social Status: Charlotte, Atlanta, Greensboro, Raleigh, Pittsburgh, Houston, Tampa, and it's a really dope boutique, so I think everyone should go out and look him up. He has an amazing story. I'm not going to tell you much about it, but he's been through some stuff and done some amazing things, so check it out. Alma Manier.
A little faster.
You know something, I almost used my one-liner.
Hey,
the website
tell
is...
them what you called me this week.
I know what it is.
For the records, I did not.
Don't make me call my mama.
Call your mama.
Ooh. And that's what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Good, because she can tell you how it went down.
Hold on, wait. Go ahead then.
Go ahead.
Finish your section then, smart mouth.
Okay, here we go. You can find them at www.ma-manier.com and Social Status. Social Status, PGH.com.
Hey, Ma. How you doing, Ma?
I'm fine. I saw you. What? What was
You saw what? What you saw?
What you put on?
Oh, that lie you about to tell.
On Seth that come over there.
Huh?
That was so cute.
Oh. Hey, Mama. You remember what Regina said about me? Can you tell the whole world what Regina called me because you on my podcast right now?
Tell the truth.
Oh, no.
Mama. Come on, Ma. Don't do me like, please, Ma. Tell her what she... Come on, please.
I told your mother the truth.
Why you always put me in this position?
Come on, Mom, please, for me.
Ma, this is Scott. I told him not to do it.
Huh?
You said something about black monkey nigga.
Oh, my God.
And the name of the store is Alma Manier. I did not call him a B.
But what?
I didn't call you that. I called you one of the words in there,
Mama,
not all of them.
Mama, Corey, get me ready right here. Mama, I'm going to call you back, and I love you with all my heart, okay?
Well, don't do that to Regina.
Thank you.
And Scott is here, and Lee is here, and Stephanie's here.
Hey, all of y'all, love you.
We love you too.
All right. Regina, we pausing you again. Scott, you ready?
Ready.
You sell out black monkey ass niggas.
I cannot believe you.
You sell out black monkey nigga. Monkey Negroes.
I did not call you that.
Black monkey nigga, black monkey nigga.
It's Candyland, nigga.
All right, Regina, go ahead.
Go where?
Oh, where you was
Where
going?
you go from there?
I don't know.
I'm done.
Come on out the
Please
jungle,
don't be
Regina.
done. I'm sorry.
Man, no. Let's talk about this topic.
No, let's talk about where you can see James at.
I did while you was calling your mama.
Tell him again. I'm sorry.
She don't want to say it again.
Why not?
Alma Manier, SALIH.com.
Okay.
Social Status, PGA.com.
All right.
James, it's not me.
All right, we're back on topic now. That was great, Scott.
Thank you.
Hey, before we go into the topic, I'd like to say I love you all and I appreciate you all. Everybody that is around me, I love them and I appreciate them. And Corey is as much of a dirtbag as we fucking act like he is.
Black monkey nigga.
Corey stayed toward the light. Corey, over here.
Hey, Lee,
What
say
up?
something nice.
Something nice?
Yeah. What?
Move on.
Bang.
Stop trying to make
Next
people live out
subject.
their character.
Well, let's say a nice statement then.
Regina has on a pimping ass hat right now.
Ooh,
Bam.
Thanks.
That is pretty pimping.
Thanks.
She knows she from San Francisco. She
I
was up
am
there on
from the Bay
Fillmore with
Area.
all the hoes on the
Fillmore
track.
Slim.
First of all,
You was up there on
I'm
Fillmore
not
with
from
all the
Fillmore.
hoes.
Be good to
You
you.
had all the,
Bayview.
you had all the hoes working,
No,
though.
I didn't.
You were what they call a madam?
Dirtbag.
You a madam. You a
I'm
madam?
not a madam.
That's how you can control us, because
So,
you used to
I don't
control them
wanna
females
control
all
you.
day.
So I want to say something about crackers right now. So do y'all know why they call crackers honkies? Because when they used to go to the whorehouses, they wouldn't go into the whorehouses, so they used to honk the horn. And then they would be like, that's the motherfucking honkies.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
I never knew that either.
Straight up. For
Is that
real.
a truth?
No, that is the truth.
Okay.
Very much so. So, fucking honkies. All right, the topic for today is when is the bag not good enough? And our guest is a high-end lawyer that I know personally, is a great friend of mine. And the reason why I brought him on to help us talk about this topic, because he's also writing a book on etiquette, something that we don't have much of here.
I was just going to say, you
have a
should
lot of
give
You
it.
do. You do.
So do I.
Dirtbag Corey.
I have none.
Stephanie.
I'm gonna tell y'all some shit Stephanie does later on. She's still working for them honkies. So we really can't say it yet. Can I talk about some of your stuff?
Oh, Steph.
Stephanie don't give a fuck. I don't. Woo-hoo-hoo! But our topic is when is it the bag good
The
enough?
light.
And
Stay toward the light.
Jonathan is a very high-end lawyer. I'm gonna let him talk about what he does. Y'all give it up for Jonathan Leonard Esquire. Jonathan is also tips lawyer, so
Money bags. Money bags.
Jonathan is a great guy. Unlike,
unlike who?
unlike
Of whom do you
Oh,
speak? Black monkey.
control the tongue. There's power in the tongue.
Jonathan, how you doing today,
Man, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh man, I'm honored. Tell us a little bit about you first and some of the things that you've done. Just let them know.
Man, you know, I've been around here in this business for a long time, representing music talent, you know, going back 20, I hate to say, man, going back probably 23 years, 24 years of representing music talent.
What?
And I started back representing dudes that were writing for Organized Noise and Marquez Etheridge, who wrote Waterfalls for TLC.
Man, don't pay me no mind, bro. Seriously, don't pay me no mind.
Get ready for it, John.
Because we got
Hey,
this is a real serious topic. So
It's a beautiful thing, man, because if I knew then what I know now or years before, man, I might have been writing songs.
well, let me tell y'all something about Jonathan. I wasn't gonna say this before, but Jonathan is also my lawyer, and Jonathan is one of the few lawyers that teach you. Like most people try to keep our people dumb so that they can also manipulate them. Like I had a lawyer and accountant and management in LA, and they were running a ring on a lot of the black talent. Like they were all working together. So like they were all stealing money and keeping people misdirected. And to be honest with you, bro, I really didn't trust many lawyers. It's you and somebody else. I don't really trust people in general when it comes to business, but you were one of the few people. And when you told me that you were writing that book on etiquette, it showed a lot about your character and who you are. And we appreciate you, bro.
Man, I feel like I have an obligation and a responsibility to teach. I mean, people come to you and they entrust you with their business, and that to me is a significant thing. And so it's important that I honor it,
Right.
you know, and try to share whatever knowledge it is that I have based on my experience in the business. So I take that very, very seriously.
It was crazy when I was describing how good of a person he was, SALIH, and I was bragging on him. It seemed like he looked away like, damn, I don't feel that way about you.
Nah, my brother. Hey, I've always had great respect for you. I was saying earlier that I first heard of you when you produced Rubber Band Man for Tip.
Right.
That would have been around 2003 in that neighborhood. And I always heard of your work ethic through Mr. DJ, who I represented and have represented since, heck, the mid-'90s. And when he was doing the art of storytelling for Outkast and Black Ice, if any of you all know some of that old school, hip-hop that was really killing back then. And he told me about you and how he told me of your work ethic and how you had moved here from Mississippi, and you had a van and you had all your equipment in the van, and you were just moving from spot to spot looking for opportunities to produce. So I knew that we never connected until some years after that.
Warryn Campbell, right?
I believe it was Warryn.
I think it was
man. I was
Warryn.
trying to remember.
I'm almost positive it was Warryn.
But Warryn Campbell, who was one of my early clients, and I still represent him today. We started in 1995 and did Mary Mary and all of the stuff that he's done, man, over the years producing. But you were working and you'd done a Mary Mary record, and I think he might have finally ultimately connected us. But I think so. But it worked right, man. You came. I think maybe we had met before in passing, but then you came to the office and we sat down and we hit it off, and now part of our relationship is you come in and we change the world just sitting in the conference room.
Hey, let me tell y'all something about me and him. We'll look at each other and be like, I ain't got time today. We'll sit down and talk and debate and talk about books and ideas and how we property value and
you name it, things that matter.
But let me ask you a question though, brother. Today's topic is when is the bag not worth it? And that's a real key topic. And a lot of times I think with these kids, they've never been taught proper etiquette. They haven't been taught those things. I read a book that's based in Buddhism that says that if you're not embarrassed by anything, you're no better than a dog. If nothing embarrasses you, if you stand on nothing. So my first question to you is like, what is your bag and how would you define it?
Man, if you asked me that 30 years ago, my answer would be a whole lot different than it is today. And I think it varies based upon who you're asking and what their value system is, what they believe in. But for me, having lived the years that I've lived and become mature and understand what really matters and what does not matter, my definition of that would be focus less on money and things and focus more on security. Financial security is a beautiful thing. We all want it. We all have our needs. We all have our obligations in life, and you want the means to be able to do those things. But there's way too much emphasis placed upon money and things in our society, and so we have to be careful when we listen to music. And the subject of a lot of the music is focused on having stuff, having things, getting the bag, but nobody places focus on the things that are necessary to keep the bag and grow the bag and build and expand. And so for me, again, it is more rooted in financial security, but I want independence. I want freedom. I want to be able to call my own shots and live and die by my decisions. And so, I want financial security, but I don't look at money and things as my means to joy and contentment and satisfaction. It's a lot of miserable so-called rich people out there, man. It's a whole
but it's more miserable broke people though. So I like people say that I still don't.
Not necessarily. Look, I don't know. I have not taken the role, but Epstein had an island. He was worth $577 million. He had everything that many would look at and value and this dude was miserable and demented, you know, and hung himself recently. You had a young lady that was a member of the Kennedy family, man, one of the most prestigious families in this country. And she, you know, died just over a week ago, and she was, you know, battling depression. You know, and she would have had what everybody would have thought was everything coming up in that family. And so when you talk about, man, think about, I don't know where you grew up. I know where I came up. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, man. I came from, you know, I wasn't by any means poor, but I was by no means rich and had luxuries. But, man, I grew up around people that didn't have a whole lot and were joyful and enjoyed life, man. So if you think the end all is having money, man, what do they say? More money, more problems.
It ain't the end all, but having it is a damn good down payment on it.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. We want that. I said that in the beginning that we do want financial security, and it would be great to have, you know, more than enough. You know,
but ain't no worse feeling than not knowing where your next meal or your fucking rent coming from. There's absolutely nothing worse than that.
It's some worse feelings.
Man, shit, not other than being deaf or sick.
It's some worse feelings. It just depends on the person, though, man. Because I know when I started practicing law, I didn't have a job, man. Nobody would give me a job when I came out of law school. I moved to Atlanta. I fortunately lived with my brother and his wife, and I didn't really know where my next was coming from.
But understand, you just said a key word when you got done from law school, so you still had vision and knew you had hope from that. I come from a place where people don't even have that vision. You said you just got out of law school, so even with your back against the wall at that situation, you knew it was still something to come from that. There's people that can't see no way out.
Yeah,
they don't got that. So that's a whole nother feeling is what I'm trying to tell you.
And that's part of the reason why it's important that you know, Banner called me and asked me to come and share, and I'm not oftentimes asked to come and be a part of stuff like this and share. And my first, the first thing I thought in terms of my response was, look, man, let's do it. We'll do it later, you know. But when people ask you to come, and him asking me to come was based upon our relationship and the things that we've shared over the years, I knew it was my responsibility to come and share. So if I can speak and talk and say to people out there and they can hear something from me and gain some wisdom from it, man, who I am today is so different from what I was when I was 20, and the wisdom I've gained through this journey that I've had, man, it's just so learning those things and sharing it with others is, you hope that you'd be able to speak to some of those people that might be in the position that you speak of and see that there is, you know, there can be a light at the end of the tunnel if you do the things necessary to get you there, you know?
What's happening? This is David Banner, and this is the David Banner Podcast. Tune in next week for part 2. When is the bag not worth it, or when is the bag not good enough? I know I said both of them, but it's my shit. So stay tuned. Make sure that you also go and shop at davidbanner.com and become a part of Dirtbag Corey's whoredom. Thank you.